Life is too short to surround yourself with the wrong kind of people. You've got one life, one chance to get it right. So why waste it on people who drain your energy, sabotage your growth, or hold you back? You see, the company you keep can either elevate you to your greatest potential or drag you down into mediocrity. And I don't know about you, but I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. Now, let me be clear before I dive into this. This isn't about being judgmental or acting like you're better than anyone else. This is about protecting your peace, your purpose, and your progress. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to let anyone treat you like you're less than you are. So I'm going to break it down for you. 5 types of people you should never, under any circumstances, tolerate in your life. 1, the negative Nancy and pessimistic Paul. Now, let's talk about the first type of person you've got to steer clear of. Negative Nancy and pessimistic Paul. You've met them before. Heck, you might even have one sitting in your circle right now, nodding along, but secretly hoping the storm clouds roll in. These folks have an uncanny ability to suck the joy right out of any moment. You could tell them you just won the lottery and they'd remind you that you'll owe taxes. You could announce you're starting a new business, and they'd be the first to say, most businesses fail in the first year. You know? Here's the thing about people like this. Negativity isn't just their attitude, it's their lifestyle. It's how they see the world, and because that's their default setting, they want you to see the world the same way. Misery loves company, doesn't it? They'll plant little seeds of doubt in your mind, not because they're looking out for you, but because they don't know how to celebrate someone else's hope, someone else's vision, someone else's success. And you might think you can brush it off, but let me warn you, negativity is contagious. Spend too much time around people like this and you'll start to second guess yourself. Their doubts become your doubts. Their fears start creeping into your dreams. They'll have you playing small when you were built for something much bigger. You've got to understand that these folks don't see opportunities. They see obstacles. They don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They see the tunnel collapsing. And if you let them, they'll pull you right into that darkness with them. That's why it's so important to protect your energy. When you distance yourself from people who live in a constant state of negativity, you start to realize just how much brighter the world can be. You'll stop wasting time trying to convince them to see the silver lining, and instead, you'll focus on chasing the sun. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who challenge you to be better, people who look at life and say, yeah, it's tough, but let's figure it out together. Those are the kind of people you need in your corner, the kind of people who lift you up instead of dragging you down. So the next time negative Nancy or pessimistic Paul comes around with their doom and gloom attitude, I want you to remember this. You are not obligated to carry their baggage. Let them deal with their own storm clouds while you chase the rainbow. Life is too short to spend it tied to someone else's anchor. 2, the envious and jealous crew. Now, let's move on to the second type of person you should never tolerate, the envious and jealous crew. These folks are a different kind of dangerous. You see, jealousy doesn't just linger, it grows, it festers, it turns into something ugly, something that can wreck relationships, ruin opportunities, and leave you questioning the very people you thought you could trust. Here's how you'll spot them. At first, they'll seem supportive. They might even be the loudest ones cheering you on. But pay close attention when you start achieving something, when you start moving up in the world. Their energy will shift. Their smiles won't feel as genuine. Their compliments will come with an undertone of resentment. It's like they can't help themselves. The thought of you doing better, achieving more, or simply being happy eats away at them. And let me tell you, jealousy isn't harmless. It doesn't just sit quietly in the background. It shows up in the little things: snide remarks disguised as jokes, backhanded compliments, or those subtle ways they downplay your accomplishments. Oh, you're traveling again? Must be nice. Or, wow, another promotion? Guess you're just lucky. They'll act like they're happy for you, but deep down, they're hoping you trip and fall. Now, here's the part that's tough to swallow. Sometimes these people are the ones closest to you. They might be friends you've known for years, or even family members. And because of that bond, you might feel obligated to keep them around. But let me tell you something. Just because someone has history with you doesn't mean they deserve a place in your future. You can't afford to keep people in your life who secretly root for your failure. These are the same people who will sabotage you in ways you might not even notice. They'll talk behind your back, spread rumors, or plant doubts in the minds of others about your character or your capabilities. And when you're not looking, they'll take every opportunity to pull you down a notch just so they can feel better about themselves. But here's the good news. Not everyone is like that. Real friends, real allies will celebrate your success as if it were their own. They'll clap for you even when they're not winning themselves. They'll push you to go higher, to dream bigger, to keep striving for more. Those are the people you want in your corner. Those are the people who deserve your time, your energy, and your loyalty. If someone can't genuinely be happy for you, if their support comes with conditions, or their compliments feel forced, then it's time to let them go. You don't need that kind of energy in your life. You don't need to spend your days wondering if someone is really on your side or secretly hoping you fail. Remember this: jealousy is their problem, not yours. Their inability to celebrate you is a reflection of their own insecurities, not your worth. Don't let their envy dim your light. Keep shining, keep striving, and keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, the only people who matter are the ones who clap for you without hesitation, the ones who push you to be better without holding you back, and the ones who genuinely, wholeheartedly want to see you win. Those are the people you build with, those are the people you grow with, and those are the people who deserve a seat at your table. So, let the envious and jealous crew go. Let them sit on the sidelines while you keep playing the game. Trust me, life is so much better when you surround yourself with people who want to see you win. Not just because they have to, but because they truly want to. 3, the manipulators and users. Now, let's get into one of the most insidious types of people you'll ever come across. The manipulators and users. These folks are slick. They've got charm. They've got charisma. And they've got a way of making you feel special, like you're the center of their universe. But make no mistake, there's always an angle. These people don't do anything out of the goodness of their hearts. Everything they do comes with strings attached. And those strings, they're tied to their own agenda. Manipulators are dangerous because they know how to disguise their intentions. They'll flatter you, support you, and maybe even lend a helping hand when you're down. But the moment you're up, the moment you're in a position to give, that's when their true colors come out. They'll guilt trip you into thinking you owe them. They'll twist your kindness into obligation, and before you know it, you're doing things for them you never agreed to. You see, manipulators are masters of control. They'll make you feel like saying no is an act of betrayal. They'll play the victim, tug on your heartstrings, and use your empathy against you. And don't think for a second that they'll stop once they've gotten what they want. Oh no, they'll keep taking, keep draining you emotionally, financially, mentally, until there's nothing left to take. Let me tell you something important. Your kindness is not a weakness, but manipulators will make you think it is. They'll convince you that setting boundaries makes you selfish, that prioritizing yourself makes you a bad person. Don't fall for it. Boundaries are not just healthy, they're necessary. You have every right to say no. You have every right to protect your time, your energy, and your peace. The thing about manipulators is that they thrive on your guilt. They thrive on your need to please. And the only way to stop them is to recognize them for what they are. Pay attention to the patterns. Are they only around when they need something? Do they disappear when you're the one in need? Do they make you feel bad for putting yourself first? If the answer is yes, it's time to reevaluate their place in your life. Here's the truth. You are not an ATM. You are not a therapist. You are not a doormat. You are a person with dreams, goals, and a purpose. And you can't afford to let someone else's selfishness derail your journey. The moment you see someone taking advantage of your generosity, you've got to cut them off. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because the longer you let them stay, the more they'll take. And trust me, they won't stop until you've got nothing left to give. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you let a manipulator stay in your life, you're giving them permission to continue their behavior. Don't be afraid to draw the line. Don't be afraid to say, this is where it ends. You deserve relationships that are reciprocal, built on mutual respect and genuine care. Anything less than that, it's not worth your time. So protect your energy, protect your heart, and most importantly, don't let anyone make you feel guilty for doing what's best for you. For the gossipers and backstabbers. Now let's talk about another group of people you should never ever tolerate. The gossipers and backstabbers. These folks, they thrive on chaos. They live for drama. They're the kind of people who smile in your face while tearing you down behind your back. And let me tell you something, if someone is willing to gossip to you about someone else, you can bet your bottom dollar they're gossip. Gossipers are some of the most destructive people you can have in your life. They're not just spreading negativity about others. They're spreading toxicity into your world. Every time you engage with a gossiper, you're allowing that negativity to take root in your own life. It might seem harmless at first, just a little venting, a little joking around, and before you know it, you're caught up in a web of drama you didn't even ask for. Now, let me make one thing clear. Gossiping isn't just about what's said. It's about what's left unsaid. It's about the trust that's broken, the relationships that are damaged, and the seeds of doubt that are planted. A gossiper doesn't just harm the person they're talking about, they harm themselves and everyone around them. Because every time they spread lies or exaggerate the truth, they're showing you exactly who they are. They're showing you that they can't be trusted. And don't get me started on the backstabbers. These are the folks who act like they're in your corner, like they've got your back. But the moment it serves them, they'll throw you under the bus. They'll sell you out for a promotion, a compliment, or even just to feel superior. Backstabbers are dangerous because they operate in the shadows. So what do you do about these people? First, you stop engaging. Don't entertain gossip. Don't participate in conversations that tear others down. If someone comes to you with drama, shut it down. Say, I'm not interested. Because the more you engage, the more you enable. And the more you enable, the more you become a part of the problem. Second, pay attention to people's actions, not just their words. Watch how they treat others. Watch how they talk about others when those people aren't around. Because how they treat someone else today could be how they treat you tomorrow. Lastly, set the standard. Be the kind of person who lifts others up, not tears them down. Be the kind of person who speaks life, who spreads positivity, who refuses to engage in petty drama. When you set that standard, you'll attract people who share your values, and you'll repel those who don't. Here's the bottom line. Gossipers and backstabbers have no place in your life. They don't deserve your trust, your time, or your energy. Surround yourself with people who are honest, who are loyal, who are genuine. Because life is too short to spend it worrying about who's saying what behind your back. Protect your peace, protect your integrity, and most importantly, protect your circle. Because the people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or drag you down. Choose wisely. 5, the dream killers. This is the most dangerous type of person you'll ever encounter, the dream killer. These are the people who smile while chipping away at your confidence, one realistic comment at a time. They cloak their doubts and concern and disguise their negativity as advice. Are you sure you can do that? They'll ask, planting seeds of self-doubt. That's never been done before, they'll say, as if history wasn't written by people who dared to do what had never been done. Let me tell you something. There's nothing realistic about greatness. Achieving something extraordinary means going beyond the ordinary, stepping into the unknown, and defying the odds. Dream killers don't understand that because they live in a world of limits. Their own fears and failures have boxed them in, and instead of breaking free, they project those limits onto everyone else. Their words have nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities. Every great accomplishment began as a dream that seemed impossible. The airplane, the internet, space exploration, none of it existed until someone refused to listen to the naysayers. Those dreamers didn't wait for approval or validation. They believe in their vision even when no one else did. That's what you have to do. Because here's the truth. The only opinion that matters when it comes to your dreams is yours. Dream killers might laugh at your ambition or belittle your goals, but their doubts are not your reality. Just because they can't see the vision doesn't mean it isn't valid. You weren't put on this earth to live small or conform to other people's limited expectations. Your dreams were given to you for a reason, and it's your responsibility to protect them. Treat them like they're sacred. Guard them fiercely, because they are the blueprint for your future. When you let someone talk you out of your dream, you're not just giving up on an idea, you're giving up on a part of yourself. You're silencing the voice inside you that says, I'm capable of more. Don't let that happen. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, who see the potential in you even when you don't see it in yourself. And when the dream killers come around, and they will, learn to tune them out. You don't have to argue with them or convince them. Let them stay in their world of limitations while you keep building yours. Show them what's possible, not with your words, but with your actions. Success is the loudest response to doubt. Protect your dreams like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your dreams are the spark that ignites your purpose, the fuel that drives you forward, and the map that leads you to your greatest potential. Don't let anyone extinguish that flame. Believe in yourself, trust in your vision, and keep. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, Denzel, this sounds a little harsh. Aren't we supposed to love everyone? Aren't we supposed to forgive? And let me tell you, absolutely, we are called to love and to forgive. But here's the thing. Love doesn't mean putting up with disrespect. Love doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. And forgiveness, that doesn't mean giving someone permission to keep mistreating you. There's a difference between loving someone from a distance and allowing them to destroy your peace up close. You see, love has to start with yourself. You've got to love yourself enough to say, I deserve better than this. You've got to love yourself enough to walk away from anyone who doesn't respect you, anyone who constantly tears you down or takes from you without ever giving anything back. That kind of love isn't selfish. It's necessary. And forgiveness? Oh, forgiveness is powerful. But forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the bitterness, not about keeping toxic people in your life. Now, here's the part that's going to hit home for some of you. You've got to forgive yourself too. Forgive yourself for allowing toxic people to stay in your life longer than they should have. Forgive yourself for the times you ignored the red flags, for the moments you settled for less than you deserved. We've all done it. We've all made mistakes when it comes to the people we allow into our lives. But the important thing is that you learn from it. You grow from it. You don't keep repeating the same cycles. And let me tell you something else. You've got to take inventory of your relationships. Take a good, hard look at who's in your circle. Ask yourself some real questions. Are they lifting you up or are they dragging you down? Are they pouring into you or are they draining you? Are they adding value to your life or are they subtracting from it? These are the questions that will help you see the truth about the people around you. You've got to understand this. Your circle matters. The people you surround yourself with influence how you think, how you feel, and how you move through the world. If your circle is full of negativity, jealousy, manipulation, or disrespect, it's going to hold you back. But if your circle is full of people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be better, that's when you start to thrive. And don't you ever forget this. You have the power to choose who gets access to your life. You're not obligated to give your time, energy, or attention to anyone who doesn't value it. Your peace, your purpose, your progress, those are sacred. And it's your responsibility to protect them. Don't waste your power by keeping the wrong people in, because at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. Your happiness, that's on you. Your growth, that's on you. Your success, that's on you. No one else can do it for you. And that's why it's so important to be intentional about who you let in. Surround yourself with people who align with your values, people who believe in your vision, people who bring out the best in you. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your wins and stick by you in your struggles. Those are the people who deserve a place in your life. Those are the people who deserve your time and energy. And let me tell you this, when you start expecting better, when you start demanding better, life has a way of giving it to you. It's like a magnet. The moment you raise your standards, the moment you decide you won't tolerate anything less than respect, support, and love, the universe starts to respond. Better people, better opportunities, better experiences, they'll all start to show up. But it starts with you. It starts with the choices you make and the boundaries you set. So take control of your life. Take control of your happiness. Take control of your circle. Don't settle for less than you deserve. You are worth so much more than that. And when you start believing that, when you start living like you believe that, everything changes. Thank you.